In my opinion, the Houston Astros are still the team to beat in the American League. Now, why do I say this when the New York Yankees are on top of the world and undoubtedly the best team in baseball right now? How can I say that the Houston Astros are the team to beat? Well, there's a few reasons. And I want to get to all of these, but the first of which being the pitching. The second of which being that the Astros have just figured it out. They've figured out the blueprint to winning. And the last of which is Yordan Alvarez. As a whole, he gets his own whole segment and reason for why the Astros are the team to beat in the American League. But let's start with the pitching. The pitching this year has been fantastic. Yes, starting rotation, great. With Justin at the top of that rotation, Framber Valdez doing great, Luis Garcia. But for me, a big part of this as well is the bullpen. The bullpen last year was as middle of the pack as you can get. They were the 15th best in baseball. This year, they've been a top bullpen in the game of baseball. The rotation has been really good. The Astros rotation has the third most innings pitched in all of baseball. Third most innings pitched from starters per game at 5.54. Second most quality starts, only the Padres have more. And tied for wins in Major League Baseball from starters with the Dodgers, which that was through Sunday. So they're no longer tied with the Dodgers because the Astros won on Sunday and the starting pitcher, my brother, Justin, got the win, and I know the Dodgers lost. So now the Astros have the most wins from starting pitchers in baseball. Justin Verlander has the most wins of anybody in all of baseball. He got his 8th win on Sunday. 0 earned runs given up in 7 innings pitched. Justin is leading this Astros rotation that is elite, that has the 4th best ERA in baseball, when he hasn't pitched in 2 seasons. He's come back, and I just nonchalantly say that Justin Verlander is leading the major leagues in wins. Well, let's stop down for a second. This pitcher, let's take out of it. Let's take my brother out of it. Let's just say that we weren't brothers, that we weren't related. This pitcher that hasn't pitched in 2 years has come back and been a easily top 5 pitcher in baseball, if not the best pitcher in baseball. He leads all of baseball in wins. I tweeted this on Sunday. Justin Verlander now has the most wins in Major League Baseball with 8. He is a year and a half removed from Tommy John surgery. And in his first season back, he sports a 1.94 ERA, 5th best in Major League Baseball. So this Astros rotation is better. You add back Justin Verlander. You get back Lance McCullers at some point this year, who has been one of the best pitchers in the American League. He was last year. He's been out all year. They're only going to get better. They have the 4th lowest ERA, the 5th lowest WHIP, and their opponent batting average, on base percentage, OPS, that's all some of the best in baseball. But their bullpen is a massive reason that I say that this pitching staff is better. This team is better than when they went to the World Series last year. This team, the Houston Astros, is still the team to beat in the American League. They have the fewest blown saves in all of baseball at 3, the best save percentage. Their 66 runs allowed are the fewest in Major League Baseball. This is the bullpen only. The bullpen has allowed 66 runs. That's the fewest in baseball. They have the 2nd fewest hits allowed in Major League Baseball, the 2nd fewest home runs allowed, and the lowest ERA. The Astros bullpen went from being middle of the pack last year to best in baseball this year. This is a scary team. When you talk about how good this rotation and this bullpen has been, it makes them a scary team. When you add on top of that that this Astros team has just had the blueprint to success for a long time now. You start to realize this team is built to win in October. And this team started to build this a decade ago. The blueprint to the Astros' success that we are seeing right now, the team that has been to 5 consecutive AL Championship Series, this blueprint started over a decade ago when Jim Crane bought the team in November of 2011. In December of 2011, brings in Jeff Luhnow, the GM, and they would proceed to have great free agent signings, great drafts, great trades. They became the team that looked at analytics and just did it better than anybody else. Them and the Rays were light years beyond everybody else analytically. And it's that new regime that came in. It's Jim Crane. It's Jeff Luhnow. They came in and they made a massive difference for an organization that just, quite frankly, hadn't been very good. Their first pick as a duo, they joined in 2011, in November and December of 2011. Their first draft pick, first overall, in 2012, is a young kid from Puerto Rico named Carlos Correa. People didn't really know a lot about him. They eventually would, because he would eventually go on to be a World Series champion, a Gold Glove, a Platinum Glove winner, one of the most clutch players the game has ever seen, one of the biggest personalities in the game of baseball. But the blueprint has been built not only since they've been good in 2017, 2016 on, it was built way before that. This new regime came in and said, this is the blueprint for success. We're going to focus on analytics. We're going to draft correctly. We're going to make trades correctly. And throughout that process, we've gotten to see those young guys, those young names come up and make a difference. George Springer, Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, a little bit later, Alex Bregman, who made his debut in 2016, but was a high draft pick. Jeremy Pena, who we're seeing now. This team drafted correctly. They didn't put together a good team that was capable of winning in their time frame, and they would tell you what that time frame was. No, they didn't do that. They didn't put together a team. They put together a blueprint of success, and that has proven to be great throughout all of this. You lose one of the best players in baseball, the best shortstop in baseball. You lose Carlos Correa, and everybody says, the run's coming to an end. Oh, they didn't sign a big free agent shortstop. You lose Correa, but you didn't get Seager. You didn't get Trevor Story. It's coming to an end for the Houston Astros. Well, guess what? They've continued to follow that blueprint of success, and there's this young kid that steps in named Jeremy Pena. What has he done? Well, he's just gone out and been fantastic, been the best rookie so far this year. He's up there in the league lead in WAR. He steps in the biggest shoes in the entire world that you can fill for a World Series team and the best shortstop in baseball. You got to fill those shoes. Well, guess what? He's done that and more. The blueprint for success has started over a decade ago. In 2016, the Astros make a trade. Why? Well, because the analytics and the numbers said so. We should make this trade. They give up Josh Fields for a guy named Yordan Alvarez. And that's just more credit to this Houston Astros organization, the blueprint that they laid out for success. They knew, hey, this Yordan Alvarez guy, this guy's going to be pretty good. He has the potential to be really good. We'll give up Josh Fields for Yordan Alvarez. And guess what? Yordan is what he is now. Which leads to my last point of why this Astros team is still the team to beat. Yordan Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez is one of the top 3 best hitters in the American League. Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, Yordan Alvarez. I have no problem putting him in that conversation, and you shouldn't either. Yordan Alvarez is hitting .302, has an OPS of over 1, a 1.017 OPS. He has 17 home runs, 25 extra base hits, 39 RBIs. He's on pace to hit 47 home runs, have 107 RBIs, and 80 walks to 102 strikeouts. Yordan Alvarez isn't just a big, bad power hitter. He is one of the best hitters in the game of baseball, all around. He can hit for average. He can hit balls the other way. He can hit balls into the 4th deck at Minute Maid Park. He can hit 47 home runs in a year, which he's on pace to do. Yordan Alvarez is elite. And it's frustrating because he's not talked about enough. And I don't know if it's because of he's a part-time DH. He DHs half the time. He plays outfield. I don't know if it's because people just don't want to give the Houston Astros the credit they deserve for what happened 5 years ago. I don't know. But he's one of the best hitters in baseball, and he deserves the credit that he's getting right now. He deserves all the credit in the world. He's that good. He's 24 years old. Aaron Judge was 26 years old when he made his debut. Aaron Judge wasn't even a Major League Baseball player at the time Yordan Alvarez is right now in age. Think about that. Aaron Judge is about to get paid a boatload of money, and he deserves every penny he was about to get. He wasn't even in the big leagues yet at 24 years old. Let's not forget, one, how special, how good he is, because Yordan is one of the most underrated players in baseball. You know, I've been saying for years, for a year, not for years, I haven't even been doing this for years. I've been saying for a year that I think Bryce Harper is the most underrated player in baseball. I am here to say now that I believe Yordan Alvarez is the most underrated player in the game of baseball. We just don't talk about him enough. We don't talk about him amongst the game's elites. He's that good, and he's 24 years old. So all of these reasons are why I think the Astros are still the team to beat. Until somebody steps up, and is it going to be the New York Yankees? It certainly looks like they're heading for a clash, and this Yankees team is right now the best in baseball. Hands down, no question about it. I have no qualms saying the Yankees are the best team in the American League. So how can you say this, Ben? Well, the Astros are the team to beat until somebody knocks them off. They've been to 5 consecutive ALCSs. The Yankees have proven to not be able to beat the Astros in the playoffs. The Astros are the Yankees' kryptonite. So am I going to say right now that the Yankees are the team to beat in the American League? No way. They still have to go through the Astros again, who they haven't been able to get through. And the Astros are just as good, if not better, than they have been in the last couple of years. The Houston Astros are the team to beat in the American League. That's what I have to say.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.